This is Dante Williams, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So now it looks like the Mexican legend Julio Ceasar Chavez Sr. has weighed in on this Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. Obviously, Julio Ceasar Chavez, he wants to watch this fight just as bad as the fans do. Here's what he had to say. The fight is meant to be done. Unfortunately, there has been no fight. They need to do it for the benefit of fans around the world. However, it is a fight that eventually has to happen because Mayweather is being pressed hard by the fans, and he's being pressed by the television networks. Either way, they need to reach an agreement. End quote. Let me say this. It never ceases to amaze me how Manny Pacquiao can get knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez only 3 fights ago, and yet people claim the pressure is on Floyd Mayweather to make this fight. Boxing fans, I want you to be as honest as you possibly can. And you don't have to admit you're being honest. I mean, just be honest in your heart. I mean, you could go ahead and post and type whatever you want to say later. But just be honest with yourself for a second when I ask you this question. If Floyd Mayweather had 5 losses on his record, and he had been knocked out 3 times. One of the times he had got knocked out was very recent. And coincidentally, it happened to be against an opponent that Manny Pacquiao beat decisively and easy. If this was the case, and Manny Pacquiao was pound for pound #1, the best fighter in the world, you got all the trainers and all the boxers, all the fighters that fought, both fighters that fought Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, they're all saying, oh man, Manny Pacquiao would destroy Floyd Mayweather. It wouldn't even be competitive or you know, whatever the dialogue is, something similar to that, right? If all of this was the case, would you be saying that Manny Pacquiao needs to fight Floyd Mayweather? The pressure is on Manny Pacquiao to make this fight that everyone wants to see. Would it even be a fight that everyone wants to see? Of course not. Fans who love Manny Pacquiao, they would try to make a fight like that so irrelevant that talks of the fight would probably get swept underneath the rug. If you don't believe me, all you have to do is look at what the fans said when Adrian Broner was calling out Lucas Matisse, Marcos Maidana, and Manny Pacquiao. The same fans that's blaming the Mayweather-Pacquiao negotiations on Floyd Mayweather are the same fans that said Maidana, or Adrian Broner rather, doesn't deserve to fight Maidana in a rematch. Right? Adrian Broner doesn't deserve to fight Lucas Matisse. Adrian Broner, he ain't got no belt. So why should he get to fight against Lucas Matisse? When it came to Manny Pacquiao, they just flat out said, I don't want to see that fight. Right? Now, what's so crazy is you would think when you don't like someone, like obviously we know a lot of people hate Adrian Broner. If you can't stand Adrian Broner, wouldn't you prefer your guy to get in the ring with him and beat his ass and teach him a lesson? Right? But instead, the fans that don't like Broner, they say, oh, I don't want to see that fight. They don't want to see that fight because they know that there's a possibility that Adrian Broner can end up upsetting one of their favorite fighters. Right? When Nonito Donaire was being considered pound for pound top 5, one of the best fighters in the world, fans were content and pleased with Donaire's level of opposition. There was no pressure on Donaire to fight against Guillermo Rigo because these fans, they understood that Guillermo Rigo was a massive threat. Just like Sergio Martinez, when he was on top five, one of the best fighters in the world, you got Sergio Martinez fighting European bum after European bum. And yet, there was never any pressure for him to fight against Gennady Golovkin at the time, when Golovkin was basically considered the number one contender for Sergio Martinez. There was no pressure on Sergio to fight against Golovkin. In fact, there was no pressure for Sergio Martinez to fight any opponent that would be considered a serious threat. But yet you tell me that you guys are putting all the pressure on Floyd Mayweather to make this fight and no pressure on Manny Pacquiao? That doesn't make any damn sense at all. It doesn't make any damn sense at all. We should be thanking Floyd Mayweather right now that he is constantly calling up Manny Pacquiao and trying to reprogram Manny Pacquiao from talking that Bob Arum shit. Basically suppress the negotiations and be as obstructive as you can possibly be. That seems to have been the old Bobby style for quite some time. But Floyd Mayweather is trying to reprogram Manny Pacquiao right now. So hopefully, Operation Act Right will be a success. That's all I got. I'm on to the next one.